Yeah, I think it's critical, frankly. Anytime I talk to a startup, they say, hey, should we get an off-the-shelf system or should we invest and build our own tech stack? And I tell them, from my perspective, you have no choice. The real IP of an insurtech is that tech stack.
Hmm.
And at the risk of saying something controversial I'll go back to, I've been in industry incumbent for like 30 years. The real problem that I think the industry incumbents have is not just that they have old legacy systems that it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to sort of shift out of. It's the quality of the engineers, the quality of the developers. If you look at, at our developers, they're sitting in places like Palo Alto and Tel Aviv. These are the same types of engineers that come from places like, Facebook and Amazon and LinkedIn, sort of the Silicon Valley tech companies. And the analogy that I like to use, as you know, Bryan, I've got twin 15-year-old boys who play basketball. LeBron James also plays basketball. It's the same sport. It's a very different game. And when you look at what a Silicon Valley tech developer can build, it is like nothing you've ever seen. And I didn't believe it when I first started at Hippo over 5 years ago. I remember talking to Asaf and asking, so what are we going to do with the tech stack? He's like, oh, we're going to build our own. And I'm like, oh, call me in 18 months, and then maybe I'll come work for you.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's 6 weeks. And I called BS, to be completely honest.
Sure.
And, it took me about 6 weeks to actually start. So when I started on my first day, I looked at it and it was like nothing I'd ever seen. I mean, it really is a differentiator. And I think it's a requirement if you're going to really play in this game.
Yeah.
I'm Rick McCathron, president of Hippo Insurance, and this is the future of insurance.